Hello everyone and welcome. Is your air conditioning broken just like mine? This is my Carrier high efficiency air conditioner right here. It's an oldie but a goodie. It still keeps working even though it is quite old because I maintain it and I fix the parts when they break. I'm going to open this guy up in this video. I'm going to show you all the internals and I'm going to take away any mystery you may have about how these guys work. I'm going to show you exactly what's wrong with it and I'm going to fix it. That way you can learn and know exactly how to take care of your air conditioner yourself and save yourself a ton of money. So stick around as I get into it in this video. Alright guys, so here's a look at my Carrier before I open it up, and I'm going to show you exactly everything that's inside this. In this video, I'm going to give you a complete walkthrough of everything that goes on inside this air conditioner and the most common problems and how to take care of it yourself. But before we get started, I need you guys to do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now before you forget. That way you'll get informed every time I produce one of these money-saving videos where you can learn how to do things yourself and you don't have to pay a technician to do it for you. Fixing this air conditioner right now, I'm going to show you how simple it is, and it would probably be a few $100s if you were to call somebody out there to fix it for you. So I'm going to save myself a few hundred and I'm going to help you do the same thing for yourself. So you're probably wondering, where is the control panel? How do we open this guy up? Well, this is an older unit from the 80s and so forth, so it's a little different than your modern one. Where are the controls? Well, right under this panel right here. This guy has to come up. I'm going to open this guy up right now, and I'm going to show you exactly how to take care of it. But first of all, you have to turn off the power. Here is the shut-off box. It's always right next to the air conditioner, very close to it. Open it up and hold that thing up in place, and there you have to remove that panel back there. You just pull it right out of there. That is a big fuse block, as you can see right there. Two gigantic fuses going in there, and that is what shuts off the power completely, so you're nice and safe. So put that off to the side somewhere. That way you don't need to worry about it. There's absolutely no way any power can get in here. When the door is open, it doesn't work anyway. But taking the fuse block out makes it even safer. So this guy, I already loosened it up. And as you can see, we got to take this cover off and then we'll expose all the internals. So let me do that and we'll come right back. Alright guys, there you have the unit all opened up and easily accessible, where everything is wide open and very easy to work on, unlike some of the modern units where everything is very cramped into one small little area. So I'm going to go through and explain all the different parts here so we take some of the mystery away and you know how easy it is to really work on these guys. But before we get started, let me just suggest that you wear some rubberized gloves, because I always like to be extra safe when you're working with high voltage stuff like this. Even though there is no power going to it, as you can see right there, the power is removed, the fuse block is removed, there is no power, but I just like to be a little bit extra safe. So here we go, looking at all the components. This is the contactor right there, which is a fancy name for a high voltage on-off switch. The thermostat indoors sends a low voltage signal to that circuit board right there. That turns on the contactor, which is your on-off switch, and that gets the air conditioner running at different levels, high, low, whatever is necessary for the demand that you're putting on it. And back over here, you can see the wiring coming in from the high voltage. So that's how everything works right there. Then you swing around to the other side, and there you have all the capacitors that do all the high voltage work for this guy to run. Being an older unit, it has more capacitors than some of the newer ones, and that's be a relay block right there. I've never had to replace it. You can see more capacitors back there. But this unit, if you had a problem and you had to figure it out, you may have to go through and start testing to figure out what the problem is. Is it the contactor? Is it the circuit board? Is it one of the capacitors? Well, most commonly, it's one of the capacitors that goes out. And that's exactly what happened here. I already went through and I really didn't have to do any testing because this one is a little bit obvious. When I've done it in the past, I have had to test it. But this one right here, some of you guys may already have noticed, that's one of the older capacitors right there that is still original, never had to be replaced. This one here I have replaced before, and if you look at it closely, you see that it needs to be replaced again. Because as you see, it is bulged out, telling you it is no good anymore. And if we take a closer look, you can see right there, it is no good. It leaked out all its internal juicy juice. So there is nothing going on with this guy right here. So all you have to do is, if you need to replace one of these guys, is all you do is look up the number, which I did before and I did right now, and you look up the number and you can find this guy on the internet. all these parts are readily available even for such an old unit such as this. So all I did was look up this number, went on Amazon, ordered the part that I needed, and I have that guy already, and we're going to change that right now and get this guy working up in order in no trouble at all. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Very easy peasy. So stick around. Let me move the camera around, and we're going to get this guy replaced. Alright guys, so now we're going to take care of swapping over this old one for the brand new one, and I got the brand new one, there it is right there, and it's an identical replacement unit. With these guys, all you have to do is look up the number that's written on it, go on Amazon and anywhere on the internet if you want to, and you can find a replacement one, just buy it and install it. And one thing you should do before you start doing the installation is like I'm showing you right here, short out the unit first. All you have to do is get rid of any residual built-in energy inside the capacitor because they are energy storage units, and you might get a tiny little spark or you might get a tiny little jolt if there's any energy left in it. Like you can see, this one has no energy at all, so it's inert, very safe, no problem at all. It's not going to kill you or anything, it just might give you a nasty little shock. So that's fair warning right there. So you do what I did right there, and then you start swapping over the wires. These guys are identical and they're fully labeled, as you can see right there. So all you have to do, if you don't know what you're doing, you have no experience doing this at all. Like at one point I had no experience, so I didn't know how to do this. I swapped this same one out before about 10 years ago when it went bad from the original one, and this is one that I put in. So I'm doing the same thing again, and all you have to do is swap over the wires one at a time. That way you don't make any mistakes. And if you were to call out a technician to do something like this for you, probably be a couple $100 plus parts and labor, all that kind of stuff. I don't know, probably $200-300 to pay somebody to do this kind of stuff. That's assuming they don't try to upsell you and tell you that there's more problems with the unit and more things that you need to repair. I leave things just as they are, and I only fix the broken part. In this case, this unit right here, the only problem was this one capacitor, as we'll see in a moment. I'm pretty sure that's the only problem. And basically, I only ordered this through Amazon. It only cost me $20, including shipping, tax, all that kind of stuff, sent directly to my house. So for $20, I will get this AC up and running again with no trouble at all. If you had to call somebody to do it for you, like I said, you'd be waiting for them to come out whenever it's convenient for them, and then they charge you a few $100 to do it for you. You can take care of it yourself in one afternoon. If you have some of these parts are on hand because they are wear items, they do wear out over time, then you can swap it out in just a few minutes. If it wasn't that I'm making this video, I could do this in 15 minutes. If you have any questions on how to test this stuff to figure out which one is bad, because this one was obvious, but sometimes it's not obvious. But if you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below, and be sure to hit that subscribe button first, because the subscribers show up in my comment section a lot quicker and right at the top. That's the way YouTube does it, and I can see your questions a whole lot easier. The non-subscribers is a little hard for me to see, and sometimes I may not be able to answer you. So hit that subscribe button if you have any questions. I'll be glad to help you out and tell you exactly how to diagnose this stuff. So there we go. I put it back in the holster. Let's test this guy and see how it works. Alright guys, so here we have the unit put back together because this one will not turn on unless I put all the hardware back in place. Kind of a safety thing, it needs to ground itself out, I don't know. But it doesn't work unless I put all the metal back in place. And there you see over there, I put the power unit back in, so the fuses are back in place and this guy is powered up. I'm going to set you guys up on a tripod, and then I'm going to go inside and turn this guy on my thermostat and make sure that this guy works. So we're going to see if replacing that capacitor was the only problem or if there's more problems. We'll find out in just a minute. So let me move the camera and we'll see right now how this guy worked out. Alright guys, so here I set you guys up on a tripod looking down at the fan itself so you can see when it actually kicks on. I'm going to go inside right now and turn on the thermostat. You guys wait right here. Alright, there you have it. You saw how quickly that kicked on without any trouble whatsoever, and you can see it is shaking up the camera really well because it's pushing up a heck of a lot of air. So only a few minutes to repair this guy. There you go, a perfect repair, $20 fix, that's it, easy peasy. All I got to do is put a few screws back in this guy and it'll be done and good as new again. This is a unit from the 80s, and I just keep it going by replacing simple little wear items just like this. These carrier units are very durable, and when somebody tells you need to replace your unit, it's too old, and you have to spend 10 grand to put in a brand new one, that's just BS. This is proof positive right there. A 1980s unit in 2023, it is still running. Sure, it may be a little less efficient than the current ones, but you know what? It saves me 10 grand that's still in my pocket. I don't have to worry about that. So there you have it, guys. A few minutes of your time, a $20 part, simple way to repair your AC unit and get it back up and running. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.